He'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
You don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off it, and they want to carve some holes out there for him. Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 16, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Thompson now, third down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows to get the ball to him right away.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Ahmad Gardner finishing off the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Thompson, that's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 28 yards.
And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Pass midfield.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Second down throw for Thompson.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Matt Ariza now.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall.
They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
66.
They'll look to run with ball.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. Alert.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is going to be out of bounds, well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs.
And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
1st down. Here's Thompson.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Thompson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And a very good return that time. 18 yards.
And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Thompson on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. Touchdown, Chargers. John Mechie. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to. Ball has it knocked loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now it's Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 44. 120 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now Wilson on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
All on a give up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Joseph's got it, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Thompson looking to throw. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Play action here. Thompson.
Williams brings it in.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And it's intercepted. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Coming right back after the pick 6, Thompson.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go, here we go.
On 4th down, Thompson.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ball again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, you have to be careful about where you're coming. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
64, weak.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph.
This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Joseph is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long, Thompson. He gets this one to Mechie. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Thompson now, third down. This will be complete to Mechie. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll give to Hall.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Hall again on second down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure it's enough time to continue to do that.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Ball again. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Joseph's got it. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Charger drive about to get going.
With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Thompson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they will take a knee here.